Hello friends, in this video we will synthesize anthraquinone by the oxidation of anthracene. Anthraquinone or 9,10-anthraquinone is an aromatic polycyclic hydrocarbon which is an important quinone derivative of anthracene. It has application in dye industry and I will be preparing that by the oxidation of anthracene. Materials required for this synthesis include 5 grams of anthracene, 10 grams of chromic acid, 75 milliliters of glacial acetic acid and distilled water. Start by fixing a 250 milliliter 3-neck round bottom flask on a clamp and kept over a hot plate. A heating mantle coil is also provided underneath the flask. Add 5 grams of anthracene to the flask. "50 milliliters of glacial acetic acid was then added to the anthracene in order to dissolve it well. Stirring was provided with the magnetic stirring bar. Anthracene is very well soluble in glacial acetic acid. A temperature probe was attached through one of the side necks of the flask and the other side neck was closed with a glass stopper. On the center neck was attached a reflex condenser and heating of the flask was started. When the temperature reaches to around 110 degrees Celsius, acetic acid starts to boil and a gentle reflux is started. While that is refluxing, let us prepare the oxidizing agent. Here we have 10 grams of chromic acid in the beaker. First we add 10 milliliters of distilled water to the beaker and then mix it up with the help of a glass stirring rod. Now 25 milliliters of glacial acetic acid was added and stirred well with the help of glass stirring rod to completely dissolve the chromic acid. Now transfer this solution to an addition funnel and attach it to the unused side neck of the 3-neck round bottom flask. Slowly turn the knob of the addition funnel so that the chromic acid solution falls into the reaction mixture very slowly dropwise. Heating can be stopped at this moment because the heat of the reaction itself can proceed the reflux forwards. What is happening here is anthracene is getting oxidized by the chromic acid to form anthraquinone. You can see a green color slowly developing in the flask. This is because the oxidizing agent chromium 6+ in the chromic acid is changing to chromium 3+. Care should be taken not to add too much of the chromic acid at once, as this can set up a vigorous reaction. Continue heating and stirring the reaction mixture until all the chromic acid solution is added. Here you can see the addition of chromic acid and the reflux taking place. Once all the chromic acid have been added, the reaction mixture is refluxed for 20 minutes. After that, it is allowed to cool to room temperature. Then the contents of the flask was poured into around 300 milliliters of ice-cold distilled water taken in a beaker. Immediately, anthraquinone precipitates out. After few minutes, the stirring was stopped and the precipitate was allowed to settle down. When the stirring was stopped, this nice looking effect was seen in the beaker. This is the precipitated anthraquinone. The precipitated anthraquinone has a yellow color to it. Now we have to filter this solution. I am using a simple gravity filtration method. A vacuum filtration will be much faster and efficient. The green color is due to the presence of chromium 3+ as I said earlier. So we have to wash this precipitated anthraquinone 3 or 4 times with ice cold distilled water and in between the washing with water we should also wash with sodium hydroxide solution. After the washing step, we will be recrystallizing the crude anthraquinone from glacial acetic acid. Here I have taken around 100 milliliters of glacial acetic acid, and into the boiling hot glacial acetic acid with stirring I added the crude anthraquinone. Anthraquinone is very well soluble in glacial acetic acid and it is the best medium for recrystallization of this compound. I also used a large 500 milliliter conical flask for recrystallization, and once everything is dissolved we will be getting this clear solution, and this clear solution was then let to cool to room temperature very slowly, and on cooling down we can see this needle shaped crystals of anthraquinone separating out. Here you can clearly see the needle shaped crystalline structure of anthraquinone. And this is the dried product. You can see that the compound turned dark. This is the property of this compound, that it absorbs the UV light from the sunlight and turns dark. And a second crop of crystals were obtained, and these are not as dark as the previous one because this has not been exposed to sunlight, and this should be the actual color of the anthraquinone. The final yield was around 4.5 grams, which represents an 81% yield. This is a small clip in order to show the physical property of anthracene and anthraquinone in the presence of UV light. You can see that in the presence of UV light, anthracene gives a nice fluorescence, whereas anthraquinone is not fluorescent. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon supporters who have financially supported me so that I could get the materials required for doing all these experiments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed watching the video. Do subscribe to the channel, and you can also join my social media in Discord server as well as in the Patreon server. Thank you.